the Top Thrill 2 situation is unfortunately getting worse, because it is now official that Top Thrill 2 will not be reopening until 2025. Stick around because we have a whole lot to discuss regarding everything going on with Top Thrill 2 right now. So without further ado, let's get started. Please excuse my voice, I've been sick the past few days, so there's a good chance it probably sounds a little funny. Anyway, so Cedar Point just put out an official announcement saying that Top Thrill 2 will be closed for the rest of 2025. Now, this is the first real update we've gotten from Cedar Point since they announced they would be closing indefinitely at first. And I'm honestly a little shocked that Cedar Point stayed so silent on the project and literally said nothing. Like, they didn't even really put out like a, oh, we're working to solve the problem currently. Or even like a, we've diagnosed the problem, we know what's going on, we're going to try to fix it. Like, literally nothing. But just yesterday, Cedar Point broke their silence and finally told us what's going on. Or at least somewhat what's going on. Stating, and I quote, "We sincerely appreciate your patience while Top Thrill 2's manufacturer, Zamperla, has working diligently to complete a mechanical modification to the coaster vehicles. Unfortunately, the manufacturer will not be able to complete the modifications needed in time to reopen the coaster in 2024. We are extremely disappointed that we cannot open the ride this season, but remain committed to delivering a reliable, consistent, and unparalleled coaster experience for our guests in 2025. In the meantime, please accept our sincere apology for the disappointment and inconvenience. We look forward to having you visit us again in the future to enjoy the world-class rides, signature events, entertainment, and attractions that Cedar Point is known for. And we thank you for your continued support of our park." So what does this actually tell us? Well, it does confirm that it was an issue with Top Thrill 2's wheels. I've heard that it was likely some stress fractures in the wheels and potentially even the chassis that were causing these issues. And this makes sense because these are new experimental ride vehicles from Zamperla that have literally never been put on a coaster before and are now being subjected to such extreme forces. This was also a new type, like it's a no-well. These were supposed to be very light too. It was a completely different design from previous coasters, wheels, and trains in general. So what else does this tell us? Well, obviously, it's going to be reopening in 2025, and it's going to be closed for the busy haunt season and the rest of 2024, which is really unfortunate. And in this, they do seem pretty confident that it will be completely ready to go for 2025. And will it probably be good to go for opening day 2025? Yeah, I would hope so. I mean, there's plenty of time to do testing, try out different solutions. It should, in theory, be ready for opening day 2025 for Cedar Point. But the thing is, you can do all your testing and stuff, but you need to know, will this coaster and its trains and wheels and all that, will it hold up through daily wear and tear? These coasters run pretty much every day, all day long during the summer. And Cedar Point and Zamperla, they're going to have to figure out, is this train design going to work? Is it built to handle these constant forces day in and day out? Now again, I'm no roller coaster engineer and they know way more than me, but just like, when you look at it from a common sense standpoint, like sure, something may be good now for like a week or two, but how is it going to hold up after daily wear and tear for many, many years? Cedar Point, no doubt, spent a good amount of money on Top Thrill 2. This was no cheap investment. And they're really going to want this attraction to last a long time. Like bare minimum a solid 20, 25, even 30 years. And if the trains cannot withstand that, they're going to have to replace a lot of parts, and it's going to end up costing a lot more money. And with all the money that Cedar Point's already lost from Top Thrill 2 not opening this year, they don't want to be spending any more money than they have to. Because let's keep in mind this, Cedar Point is losing a ton of money with Top Thrill 2 not being open. There were probably a lot of people who wanted to go to Cedar Point for Top Thrill 2, and when they learned that it was closed, there's a good chance they canceled those trips and they're just going to wait for 2025 when it's open. Like again, we have to remember, this isn't just a bad situation for like us not getting to ride this coaster. This is also a bad situation for Cedar Point and Zamperla too. This is a pretty big reputational hit for Zamperla. And think they're having to devote a lot of time and resources and energy to get this coaster running again, when they go and part of their team could be going and working on other coaster projects. So it's in general just not a good situation overall. Alright, so what's going to happen to Zamperla? Because, if I'm being honest, this is not a great look for them. They go out and build a massive roller coaster, and said massive roller coaster, Top Thrill 2, doesn't open the entire year. Like, not the best look on a company. And you also have to wonder, will Six Flags work with Zamperla again? Are they willing to buy new coasters, new flat rides, all of that from Zamperla? Or did they see Top Thrill 2 and how all of that's going, and are they going to start avoiding Zamperla and going with other manufacturers instead? It's honestly still pretty undecided at this point. We don't know what Six Flags is thinking right now. Are they like, okay, fine, we'll give Zamperla another chance? Or are they like, no, this is a mess right now. We're not going to be buying Zamperla rides again. I don't know. But if I had to take a guess, I would say that most likely Six Flags doesn't stop working with Zamperla altogether, but like they will continue to buy flat rides and stuff from them, but they will probably stop buying major roller coasters if I had to guess. Like Zamperla, they make really good flat rides, and it would be almost silly for Six Flags to not like have Zamperla as an option for their flat rides. But I would really not be shocked, especially with the chance of Intamin starting to maybe be back in the picture for Cedar Fair, or Six Flags, I mean. Jeez, it's going to take me forever to get that figured out. But anyway, if Six Flags, if they're willing to start working with Intamin once again, will that almost take Zamperla's spot? Like, I don't know, would they, instead of buying a launch coaster from Zamperla, would they rather just go with an Intamin one, you know? I unfortunately would not be shocked if that is the case. Now, obviously, we don't want this, because, I mean, I haven't gotten to ride Top Thrill 2, but a lot of people said it was a good ride. And I really feel like Zamperla can make some really good coasters, if they are given the chance. It just makes you wonder, did they go a little too big, a little too quick? I mean, they really hadn't built anything major before Top Thrill 2. Like, they went from, like, some smaller, like, what do they call, like, lightning coasters or something, like, 100 feet tall or so, to a 400-foot strata coaster for one of the biggest regional amusement parks in the country. Like, I've said this in previous videos, would it have been a better idea to start a little smaller? Don't be tempted by the Top Thrill 2 project yet, and just start smaller and build up your catalog, build up your reputation, and then start to deal with the bigger coasters. Again, I definitely want Zamperla to succeed. I want this whole Top Thrill 2 thing to not be a huge dent in Zamperla's reputation. And I've seen some of their, like, concept art for, like, some of their launch coasters, and they look really good. So I really hope that Zamperla does get their fair chances, doesn't damage their reputation too much, and that Six Flags will continue to work with them. Unfortunately, the entire Top Thrill 2 situation just got worse. And you're probably wondering, could this whole situation been avoided if Cedar Fair had gone with Intamin? Well, if you want to know why they probably didn't choose Intamin, then check out the video on your screen right now, because it'll tell you why Cedar Fair hated Intamin so much. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like down below, make sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the latest theme park news, and as always, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.